Turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let get back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
What's going on, you guys? Happy and blessed Tuesday, you guys. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, welcome to Shay's 2 Late Night Hours Talk Time, the place to get the real facts, y'all. No fake mess here, no fake ass receipts, none of that shit. Just real stuff over here. Before we do this live, guys, let me go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that screen. Guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure to share and leave a comment and hype this video up. Thank you guys so much for hyping me up and doing everything else I just suggest you guys do. And if you want to show additional support for this channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $Shades2, or copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys. Thanks to all who have donated and bought memberships and just basically supported Shades2. You know, someone said they made my channel and they were lying. They didn't make my channel. You guys helped make my channel. And thank you guys so much for that. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about this 18-year-old young lady who met a guy on a dating app and she vanished. And they found her, you guys. And she was unalived and stabbed over 27 times. We're going to talk about that. You know, I get many lies before talking about, you know, people dating on apps and stuff and, you know, hooking up with these people and weird stuff happens to them, or either they get unalive, or just disappear or something like that. I don't know if it's really safe at all to meet people online, and date them and all this other stuff, because you got some weird people out here. You really do. And see, online, you can be anyone you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You can pretend like you're a doctor, a lawyer, you're rich, you're worth $750,000 when you know that you're only worth $750. You can be anybody you want to online. You can be a successful business person online. Okay. But in reality, you work at Walmart. Or better yet, you don't have a job. You steal for a living. So, like I said before, you can be anybody you want to online. And it's a dangerous place to meet people. You know what I'm saying? It really, truly is. So let's go ahead and get started with this topic. Let me go ahead and change this banner and put this up here along with my background music. Thank you to Jermaine for being here, everybody in the bushes, and everyone who watches this in the replay. I definitely appreciate you guys being here, whether you watch me live or in the replay. I know a lot of people watch me in the replay because it'll be too late. It's like 12:22. I had to come on super late tonight because I had some things to do, but I am here. And we won't be here that long either. That's why I only got one topic tonight, and it is what it is. What's up, Tony Bands? How are you tonight? So anyway, like I said before, when you meet people online, they can be anyone that they choose to be. They can tell you they look good and be ugly as ever. They can have tar in between their teeth. They can have scaly skin, dry skin, rough lips, just looking like they got HERPES on it. They can look any kind of way. And you thinking that these people are attractive, and they be not like they appear to be, they don't be what they said they are. They don't be, when they pretend like they're attractive, they don't be like they claim they are to you. There'll be something worse. You know what I'm saying? So be careful with meeting people on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, social media, period, dating apps, wherever you meet them at, because you never know who you may get in touch with. You just don't know. And you take it from me. You can meet some weird ass people, because I definitely had my experience with one person in particular. It was a hot ass mess. So trust me, be cautious of that, for real. So anyway, let's go and do this story real quick, you guys. Hold on. Let me change this banner. Can't rumble with the shakester. Can't rumble with the shakester. I tell you, some people better thank God for Jermaine. And that's on everything. You know what I'm saying? They really better thank God for him. Okay. We'll look at that later right there. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this little story right here, you guys. So anyway, like I said, it's a girl, a young lady, 18 years old, you guys. She met a man on a dating app before she went missing. So let's go ahead and check this story out. This is this news is taken from Newsbreak, okay? VIA, let's see. Better America, okay? So an Arizona teen who was reported missing after allegedly going to meet someone she connected with on a dating app has been found unalive, according to police. Yesenia Norman, 18, was reported missing on January the 19th after she did not return to the transitional facility where she had been living, according to Fox 10 Phoenix in ABC 15, Arizona. Friends told investigators she had gone to meet someone from a dating app days earlier on January 15th. Police later located Norman at an apartment in Tucson on January the 28th, where she had been stabbed 27 times. Let's see what else they said about this. So they searched for this young lady for 2 weeks, okay? And they found her remains, within that time. They said the circumstances surrounding her unaliving is currently under investigation. Let's see what else we got here. So let's see here. Hold on. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. I'm looking at the whole story. Hold on for 1 second. All these pictures of the girl. Okay. Her picture's on my thumbnail. So Randall Santillan, I guess, 27, was living at the apartment complex where Norman's body was discovered. The outlet said he had shared the unit with his ex-wife until she moved out in December. Investigators also determined that both Randall and Norman's cell phones were in the same area on the night she disappeared. And this is according to Fox 10 Phoenix. After Norman was found, I think this dude's name is Randall, allegedly left the state in his car, which police tracked moving through Illinois, New Mexico, Texas, and Missouri before it ultimately stopped in Mississippi. Authorities arrested Randall around 7 a.m. local time on February the 6th in Biloxi, Mississippi. He has been charged with first-degree murder and kidnapping in connection with Norman's disappearance and is being held at the Harrison County Adult Detention Center while awaiting extradition, according to WOLX. Now, ABC 15 Arizona reported that the facility where Norman had been living was contracted with the Arizona Department of Child Safety. Officials have not said how long she had been staying there. Norman's mother, Nunez, told Fox 10 Phoenix she is struggling to understand what happened. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine who would do that to her. I don't understand. So again, like I said, I don't know exactly what happened right here, how long she was talking to this dude, or anything. They don't have too much information on this girl. But the thing is, when you meet these dudes or women online, you clearly got to talk to them a long time, for real, if you're going to meet people online. You need to FaceTime with them. You need to basically run a damn background check and everything else that you can, because you have to know what type of person that you're dealing with before you actually go out there to physically meet them, and meet them in an area where there are a lot of people there when you do meet them. And make sure you tell people, about this person and where you guys are going to meet. Take you some protection with you just in case, because you never know. You never know. And he had to be a psycho because he stabbed this girl 27 times, you guys. She went missing on the 19th of January. So she was gone for like 4 days. She had left the place 4 days. Let me see, what did they say here? Hold on. See, she was reported missing 4 days after she was seen leaving the transitional home, where she was living at. And her friends told police they last saw her. She was leaving to meet a man she met on a dating app. That's She was also mutilated. She had been covered in blankets and towels. That is crazy. So he basically was charged with, I think I said it before, kidnapping too. And this is the guy right here. I mean, let me pull it up on TikTok. I'm going to show y'all what he looks like. If you look at this dude, you really wouldn't think he would do this, okay? But looks are very deceiving. This police thing right here, He probably look a little rough, but his dating profile probably didn't look exactly like this. You know how they do. Put the best picture up, make themselves look normal, and then you find out that they're a psycho. Much like that psycho I met. You know what I'm saying? It appear to be normal, and then you find out that they got some damn mental situations going on. So you got to be very, very careful. Then they stalk you for almost 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And make videos about you every damn 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, you got to be very careful. Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, if I could rewind the damn clock, man, I would have never, ever. I mean, for real, I wouldn't. Because man, this has been a damn horror story. So you got to be very careful when you meet these people. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. What's her name? Yesenia. I know I just said her name wrong, so let me get her name. It's Yesenia. I'm gonna spell it right though. I definitely did. He had to be crazy because who stabs a person? First he mutilated her body, then he stabbed her 27 times. And let me see what that means too. Exactly what does that mean? I'm gonna look that up in a minute. So this is him right here. We're gonna look at this real quick.
A 27-year-old man was arrested on Friday, February 6, 2026 in Biloxi, Mississippi in connection with the murder of an 18-year-old girl weeks prior. Back on January 19, 2026, 18-year-old Yesenia Norman was reported missing after failing to return to the transactional facility where she lived. When friends of hers were interviewed, they claimed that she was going to meet with someone that she had met on a dating app a few days prior on January 15, 2026. About a week later, Yesenia's body was found in a Tolleson, Arizona apartment complex on January 28, 2026 with severe puncture wounds to her body. According to reports, she had 27 sharp force injuries. This is how authorities were able to identify their suspect as 27-year-old Randall Santillan, as not only was he the one that was communicating with Yesenia on this dating app, but he was also the one whose name was on the lease for the apartment that her body was found in. Following Yesenia's death, Randall did end up fleeing the state of Arizona. His vehicle was tracked in Illinois, New Mexico, Texas, and Missouri before he was ultimately stopped in Mississippi on Friday, February 6, 2026, around 7 o'clock in the morning, and he was taken into custody. He was arrested about 1,600 miles away from where he took Yesenia's life. Randall has since been charged with first-degree murder and kidnapping in connection to Yesenia's disappearance and death. He's currently being held in the Harrison County Adult Detention Center as he awaits extradition back to Arizona. Authorities say that this investigation remains ongoing as they work to establish a motive here for why Randall did what he did. If he is convicted of the current charges he's facing, he's looking at life in prison without the possibility of parole or the DP. What do you guys think is an appropriate sentence for this guy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
To be perfectly honest, he needed the DP. That's plainly ridiculous. Okay. So let's see what else they got here. That's just crazy, you guys. Now he says that this dude is an illegal alien. I didn't hear anything about that, so I don't know if that's true. So I don't know if he's illegal. You know what I'm saying? No one else reported that, only him. So let's see. So they basically just are repeating everything that I just said and he just said. I guess this one they found him. Right, found her right here. Let's see what he said.
New disturbing details in the murder of an 18-year-old here in Tolleson. Police telling us her body was found in one of these apartments belonging to a person she was dating. That 27-year-old suspect was arrested 1,600 miles away in Mississippi. Police telling us he actually fled the state of Arizona right after the murder took place. 27-year-old Randall Basilio Santillan is now facing first-degree murder charges for the death of 18-year-old Yesenia Norman. Police were called out to his apartment for a welfare check when neighbors started reporting a foul smell and flies gathering around the front door. When police entered, they say the floor was covered with maggots. Norman's body was found covered in blankets. Authorities said she was stabbed more than 20 times, and her face appeared to have been cut off with a knife.
Damn.
Detectives using license plate scanners and cell phone tracking, they saw that Santillan was moving through Arizona, Texas, Illinois, Missouri, then Mississippi. With the assistance of law enforcement there, they located him at a mobile home park. He is now awaiting extradition back to Arizona. New disturbing details in the murder of an 18-year-old here in Tolleson. Police telling us.
So the thing is like I said, definitely got to be careful. Yeah, because like somebody said, stop trusting these men, these strangers, women too. Stop trusting these people. Okay, me and you too. Because I have stories where some women met men on dating apps, and they set them up, you know, and they when they get to the place they meet them at, or they go to the hotel, whatever they go, they have somebody else there. So you got to be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know who you are talking to on the other, side of that computer or on the phone or whatever the case is. It's just, just ridiculous. This man he definitely needs a DP. And then he cut off her face. And why? He was either he's crazy or he was on some type of DRUGS or some other weird stuff. Yeah, I wish they would release some more information on this guy, but there's no more information. But that's weird to be cutting off somebody's face. And you said, Jermaine, let's go over here to these comments. That's why when you meet people and they appear to be a little off, or they say stuff and it makes you think that they are a little bit off, you just need to stop dealing with them. It definitely is. Yeah, you need to stop dealing with them because if they are giving you warning signs that something ain't right in that head, it's letting you know that something is not right up there. So you can't fix these people. You can't change these people. Okay? So, you got to get away from these people, especially when they start talking weird and stuff and, be overly jealous and controlling and, just doing weird shit. You got to let them go. And even if they're not doing anything weird, that's why I believe in checking people out. You need to check people out that you meet online and offline. Shit. Because there's some weird people out here, y'all. I feel sorry for this lady. My condolences are expressed out to her family and friends, and and my prayers are extended out to her family and friends, her parents, and all of that, because I know this is a horrible, horrible thing. You know what I'm saying? And 20, that's almost 30 times that he stabbed this young lady. Almost 30 times. And he cut her face off. So, like I said, either he had to be on these, or he crazy, or he was on some type of ritual or something. Because that's weird. 27 times? 27 times. That's a lot. So what y'all got to say about that? And like I said, one day in the future, I'll probably do another live on dating app dangers and all that. Because, people still haven't learned about meeting these people online. Let me see if anybody else said anything. Okay, let's see what some people said in the comment section if I can pull it up. Let's see. One second and get the dang words of that. I don't see no comments right here. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Hold on, I don't see now anything. I don't really see too many comments on this story right here. Let me go to this other area and see if they say anything here. You say you never use the dating app. If you use it the right way and you investigate people, check them out, it may, you may have some good experiences. But you got to, check these people out because you just never know who you may be, linking up with. You see what I'm saying? So you got to check them out. And they actually had a picture of someone else, and they should have done this. They actually, originally they put a black man up here, saying this was the person. This is not correct. I just showed you who the person is, and I don't know why they got this black man up here. So this is crazy. I'm just reading the things. don't know why they got this man on here right here though, for real. This is on Facebook. They be putting up the wrong information. Let me see if they got this. I want to see what they said. Hold on. If they trying to accuse him and he wasn't even this person. No, they got the right person here, but on the other page they got a black dude up here. Which is crazy. Take this. And let me take care of it. Happy birthday. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to that story again. You say what? You like to kick the tires and test for? I like to do background checks and police checks. Okay, just to make sure. That's what I like to do. Let me go back to here. Let's see what these people are saying in the comment section. I hate when the police cover a story right and they don't provide much information. And it's very important to talk about these cases too, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? So here we go with some comments. Somebody said that ring in her nose, the ring in her nose speaks volumes. Oh, that's stupid, okay? Somebody said meeting people online is okay. Dating is okay. But always go on that date with lots of friends who also have boyfriends with them and get a concealed, you know what, license. Let me tell you something though. When someone wants to be slick, okay, and they're trying to do some slick shit, they will go on a date with you and your friends, okay? Hang out with you for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and then do something later on. So the thing is, this is why I believe in doing background checks and, you know, checks, period, okay, to see what you're dealing with. You know, ask them about their ex-girlfriends and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And also carry you something so you can be able to defend yourself. And make sure you go, you know, around a lot of people for a while, because you can trust these people these days. You said you are old-fashioned. Most female what? Can't resist you anyway. What type of females? Female what? Well, you know, since you know, Jermaine, I thought you was the type of dude whereby, you know, you let women basically put their spell on you and you just do whatever they tell you to do. That's what I thought, you know, according to what some weirdo said. Okay. Now, somebody said, whatever happened to meeting people in real life, like meeting someone at work or church through your friends group, or the nice person working at your pharmacy that you talk to when you go in. Someone that you get to know in real life before one of you asks the other out. Flipping through pictures and reading a short bio about the person is not the same. The whole thing seems to revolve around what people look like. I may be an old lady, but I didn't live to be old by being stupid. My husband of 3 decades is my best friend, the person who I still love to hang out with. We met when I was going to tech school, and he unlocked the door to a building for me. He was part of the security team. He's still the one. I know that's right. But the thing about it, you can meet a psychopath in person as well. Okay, there's many stories I have done about people meeting people in person, and you know they end up doing things to these people. The thing is, this is the time that you need to start checking people out. Okay, you need to start checking people out. You need to be watching them carefully. Look at the warning signs, the red flags and stuff. Possibly ask them about their ex-girlfriends or ex-boyfriends and, you know, friends and things like that. Because, you know, that's the only way you can find out about people, you know. Plus, you need to, you know, watch the people, you know, see if you see anything that's weird with them. Are they controlling, you know, very jealous? Do they put you down? Are they being overly nice to you or anything like that. You have to check out all these things. And it's a shame that we live in a world today where you have to check out so much. I know, don't know a damn thing. Only thing he knows is how to be on a damn video 80 hours a day with 50 viewers. Okay, that's the only thing he knows. Somebody said, ladies and men, stop with meeting online. This could be your fate. Just don't. The thing about it, like I said, you can meet somebody in person that could be a psycho. All right. So let's see here. What else? Somebody says celibacy is the only way out. I don't know. I mean, what does that have to do with anything? For real, for real. You know, you can be celibate or abstinent, and somebody, you can be the psycho and he can still unalive you. I mean, it doesn't, I mean, please. Somebody said, be smart. Stay off these dating apps and other apps to meet a predator. Your life matters. This is not a smart way to meet someone. And let me tell you something. I honestly agree, because after that experience I had, man, it's just, I mean, honestly, it's not even worth it. Oh my God, because man, you can, like I said before, you can meet a whole psychopath that stalks you for damn, let's see, for 4 years. Okay, and makes up all types of lies and mess with you. And then when you retaliate back, then they want to say you're messing with them. So this, I mean, my advice is like I just said before, if you do choose to meet someone online, you need to definitely check them out. Me personally, I'm not, after that experience, I don't even talk to people that way online. Because man, that's ooh. Some people can make you cop a straight up charge when they be messing with you like what? So this person said the same thing that I said. He said, ladies and gentlemen, the dating apps are full of people that don't exist. I'm trying to pretend like there's someone else and they are not. So beware of who you talking to on the keyboard. Teach your daughters to inform someone where they are going. Trust no one. And I say the same thing. Ooh, Patricia ain't playing. Patricia said, even if he listen, well, if they tell you they make $700,000 a year, and that's basically $1 million a year, you already know that person is dumb as hell, because 700,000 to 1 million is not that close together to go ahead and round it off. I mean, that's plain ridiculous. If the person made $900 and some $1,000, they can round it out to 1 million. But if you made 700,000, you just can't. Hell no. No, I would not. Because majority of the time, if they're telling you how much they're worth, like I said before, it's probably more like $750. Okay? I'm gonna be perfectly honest, or $7.50, or maybe $7, or shit. It may not even be that. It may be just like 70 cents. You never know. Because you know, people lie all the damn time on these apps. You know? They see, the way you can tell somebody's really rich, if they can afford to go to the dentist and get the brown tar from between their teeth, you know what I'm saying? Then they may have some money. If they can afford to keep their complexion all nice and rejuvenated looking and moisturized and nails properly groomed, it's not dirty all up in the nail bed. And don't say because you're a man, because your nails should still look like that. You know, if you're a well-groomed man, those nails are looking good, they're looking clean, and they're cut even across, you're not biting them off. If his feet is healthy, he goes to a podiatrist, make sure his nails are not damn black and falling off when he's pulling them off, you know. And if he's dressing nice, not with a damn stretched out t-shirt on at the grocery store. If the glasses are up to date, not looking like something came from 1988. That rhymed. Same old glasses from 10 years ago. If that person fails everything that I just said, good and damn well, they are not rich. Or if they are online all damn day and night talking about a woman that don't give two smacks about the person, they can't be rich, because rich people are not doing that. When one person does not work out, they be like, bye, and be gone. You don't even hear anything else about that person ever again. They don't keep on stalking and saying things about the person so to get their attention. Then when they get their attention, they go run and tell everybody that this person is messing with them, and in reality, they're messing with that person. And they're not sitting up online threatening people, saying what they're going to do. Because a rich person, if they wanted to do something to you, they'll get it done. Okay? So, when people tell you they make 700,000 and it's really $1 million, that alone tells you they don't have that. Because no one with 700,000 would ever say that's $1 million. Okay? You're like $300,000 away from 1 million. Okay? Yeah, we are so silly. Right. When you out here, you got $700,000 a year. You make that a year. Damn, I'm thinking you won't be wearing no damn Nike flip-flops and Adidas sweatpants and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you have to look at everything. See, for me, I'm looking at the teeth and the lips. The lips are all ashy and shit. You know what I'm saying? With like dried up sores on it. Like dried up sores, like some people when they have the HERPES, okay, it does not leave anything, but sometimes it does leave a little mark there. That's what you just want to stay away from that. You rich, you should get that shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got money, you can do a lot of things, and certainly them lips, looking like sandpaper and shit. When you got some money, you can go get those lips done so they can be smooth. And if you got any type of problems going on, when you got money, you get all of those problems addressed, so you won't have to be smoking weed like something is wrong with you, stinking and shit, smelling like a skunk or something. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So when you're rich, I don't think you can be walking around looking a hot ass mess, but yet talking about everybody else looking a hot mess when you're looking a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So be cautious with these people online, because they will tell you all types of weirdness. Whew. Right, it ain't even monopoly money. It's more like just a deep fantasy, which you really wish your life was like. How can you be rich and you're living in your sister's bedroom? A spare bedroom. How can you be rich? Okay, you share places with other people, or you're going from one place to another place, or you stay in many different hotels and things of that nature. How are you rich making $700,000 and some $1,000 when you can't even afford to buy a house? And then if you are rich, if a person is telling you they're rich, they should be able to show you something. Let me see your apartment. A condo, that you buying or something, a house, cars that you actually own, what about all that? So, you have to be very cautious when you meet these people online, when they tell you these damn stories. Okay, we're gonna say stories when they tell you these stories. Hell, I got $2 million. Okay, I'm worth $2 million. Okay, so that's how easy it is to tell people lies. All right, so online dating, you guys, like I said before, sometimes you can meet some good people online. I'm not gonna take that away from people who are decent online, but sometimes you meet people that are just plainly nuts. And like I said, trust me, when I say you don't want a stalker, you don't want it. They pose as other people and come to your channel and act like they are your friends, and then go back to their run down ass channel and act like you're doing something to them. Okay, they even send you damn cash apps and buy memberships and all types of stuff. They do weird stuff. So you got that right. Shit, their imagination is like huge, man. Then you can meet Honestly, I don't have anything against people who be incarcerated, especially like, a person who be incarcerated for beating the shit out of somebody because they're messing with you or something like that. But when you're dealing with someone who purposely go out and defraud people, or purposely go out and use other people's stuff to get things, I don't know if I want to be meeting people like that online. If he has 4 businesses, basically if you have 4 business, he should be very busy. Okay. He shouldn't be able to talk to you that much on the phone. He should be always at work, much like my soon to be ex. He's always on the road working for money to give to us. Honestly, you guys, I remember my stalker saying one time that my husband stays on the road because he does not want to be around me. I almost laughed and I had something in my mouth that day, some water or something. I almost spit it out because I was like, damn, he surely don't know my soon to be ex, because that's not the reason why he stays on the road. He stays on the road to make sure we are taken care of and we can live out here in Southern California. It amazes me how people be running their mouth and don't know what they're talking about. So when you meet people online, you make sure you don't meet no jackass like that, okay? That you tell them something and they take that information and misconstrue it, okay? And they just add stuff to it or just paint their own narrative because they're really telling you about their life, who don't want them, why their significant other stays gone and cheats and do things of that nature, okay? That's what they're really telling you, that no one wants their used up ass, okay? A trust. If you got a trust, if the person that you meet online tells you that they have a trust, more than likely they probably don't have one. And if they do have a trust, they probably don't have that much money in it. Because let me tell you something, rich people are not running around telling you everything they got. Okay, I told y'all the story about the rich guy that I met, and I just thought he was, regular job. Joe worked at a regular job. It was actually his business and stuff. And I didn't want to talk to him because I was like, I don't want to talk to no dude working in no restaurant. I'm just tell y'all straight up, that's what I said. Come to find out, this dude is rich, loaded. Okay, and the thing is, he wasn't running around telling me he was rich or he got a trust fund, or how much his car costs, or how much his house costs, or anything. He was acting normal. So most rich people act normal because they are not trying to alert people to them so they can be begging for their money or trying to get their money. And they want people to like them because they like them, not because of what they can do for them. Okay? Because like I said, Oscar, I didn't know he was loaded. So just say if I would have talked to him, I didn't even never know he was rich until I found out. Okay? So the thing is, I wouldn't have done that. So he didn't never tell me until later on that he had money. So most rich people are not running around telling you how much money they got or about their trust, how much their clothing costs. Only people do that is broke ass people. Let's keep it real. Who get a little money and think they got something going on. Let me say this. If you cannot be off of work for 2 or 3 years without going under, and you can keep everything running smooth, you got some money. If you can afford to upgrade your glasses whenever you want to and get some nice glasses, you got some money. If you can afford to go to the dentist, and I'm saying you have to have all these things. If you can afford to go to the dentist and get your teeth done, so that brown shit in between your teeth won't show, you got some money. If you can afford to get your lips exfoliated, what you call it, exfoliated? I think I said it's something like that. Get it moisturized, get a little taken care of. I forgot exactly what you call it. You got some money. If you can afford to go get a massage, a facial, your nails done, pedicure, manicure, get your hair groomed right, your face hair groomed right, your skin moisturized, you got some money. If you file taxes, pay many deductions so you won't pay taxes, or you pay a very small amount of taxes, you probably got some money. If you don't need no help with grants or anything for your kids to go to school, no financial aid or anything else, you probably got some money. Okay? If you if you're online, right, and you spend many hours online, but you're generating income, you probably got a little bit of money. But if you're spending time online, hours at a time, talking about the same damn topic or any other topic, but you're just on the computer all damn day and night, 54 times a day, you can't tell me you got some money, honey. You can't. Because when do you go to work? When do you go to your business? When do you make money moves? Because you're always online. So if you meet a dude or a woman that does that and telling you they are rich and worth $700,000, more than likely they are probably worth $7,050, $750. Okay, shit. That's on everything. Sandpaper, damn Brillo pad. Woo! Fingers look like you've been holding a weed joint in your fingers for years. The shit, instead of your fingers being pink, they're like a brown color because you know damn basically, I don't know, burnt them or something. Just like the lips turn black when you smoke and stuff. Man, I tell you, people, that's why you got to be very, very cautious when you meet people online, because I'm telling you, they will have you thinking that they don't smoke, they don't drink, they got a good career, they don't whore around, they don't shop at Walmart, they don't shop at Target. Oh my God, they own their own house, they own their own cars, they got a business, they put their kids and pay for their kids' college and shit when you know they got financial aid and grants, okay? They will have you believe in the world about them, and then you will find out that they're nothing but a damn joke. Okay? That's what you'll find out. So when you meet people online, check them out. Oh, yeah. So if you meet someone online and they tell you or they say out loud that you built your channel off of them and you know that you didn't, then you got a problem there. Because the thing is, if this person who's saying this can't generate views themselves with that shit that they call content, how can they say that you built your channel off of them when they can't even build a channel up themselves? Okay? So when somebody tells you that, just know that they're jealous of what you're doing. Okay? Period. Because if you did any videos on a person, right, and you did not get a lot of views on that video, I don't know how the hell could they even think that you built your channel off of them. Okay? So ignore people when they say that stupid stuff. Because, you know, I mean, if you're not doing content on them all the time and those views are not high, how in the heck can you build a channel off of them? And if they don't get no views, you know good and dead going, well, their name, their face, or anything else didn't build your channel up. Okay? Okay, and then don't date these types. Because when someone lies to you about, or lies on you about something like that, you can't trust them. They will lie about anything. When people do small lies like that, these type of people will lie about anything. Just like when they lie, act like you're calling them and you know you're not. Okay, when you know that they're doing stuff so you can contact them. Okay, when people do things like that, these people can't be trusted. Okay, so if you meet somebody online and they play games like this with you, you need to just stop talking to them because you can't trust this person. They're conniving. They are liars, dishonest. Just everything negative. So, again, you got to watch who you date, who you meet online, whether you are a man or a woman, because there are some weird people on social media, okay? And they will hide under false profiles. They will use other people's profiles and pretend like they are them. They will send messages and stuff and do the most. And just be lying, just a liar, manipulators, false people. And some people will they will make a whole new persona for themselves because guess what? They don't want to be the person they are. Okay, they are unhappy on the inside. You know what? I've always wondered why some people get online and just stalk people and harass. And I finally came up with a conclusion that these people either have mental problems or they are truly unhappy. Because let me tell you something, a happy person is not online constantly talking about other people, constantly threatening people. Because the thing is that if you're happy, you don't got time to be dwelling in negativity or dwelling in stuff that does not even benefit you. Certainly, if you've never met someone, there is no way I would be spending time stalking, harassing, even paying attention to that person. So, like I said, you got to be cautious when you meet people online. You got to look at these warning signs. And I'm telling y'all straight up because I have came in contact with some of this stuff all since 2022. Let me tell y'all something. July 2022, I made the worst mistake of my life. I'm not going to lie. Meeting someone online that turned out to be majority of these things that I just said. Okay? So that's why I'm telling you guys, watch who you meet online. Okay? Because there are all types of weirdos online. You can meet some good people online because I have met some good friends online. They're still my friends right today. But you can also meet jackasses, people who sit up online and tell people, "Ooh, she has a nasty mouth," but don't tell the truth. My mouth is only nasty when I'm talking to that person because he does stupid stuff. Okay? You get people that will get online and tell all of your business, but when you tell theirs, they want to get mad and play the victim. If you don't want someone to tell your business, well, damn it, don't tell theirs. You know what I'm saying? Okay, don't tell theirs. Let me tell you something. One thing Shades 2 do not play is this right here. You're not going to sit up here and say stuff about me and think I'm not going to defend myself. Of course, let me tell you something. That's nothing. I'm glad you brought that up, Tony Bands. Any man that sit up online bullying or trying to bully a woman, they got those tendencies. I think deep down inside, they want they want to be a woman, okay? Because I mean, real men are not sitting online doing the most, bullying a woman like the woman can fight them and win. But y'all know what I say about that. And I'm not even going to repeat it again. You probably can't win that fight, but something else can. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies, you got to be prepared. And let me say that again. I'm not going to talk about it, okay, because you two don't like it when you do that. But you got to be prepared. That's all I'm going to say. All right, because you can't beat this man, but something else can. You can't be scared to do what you need to do. I'm just going to leave it right there, okay? But any man that does that, it definitely does give that type of vibe that Tony Bands just said. And I'm just really believing that one person in particular is leaning toward that for real. Because deep down inside, I really do feel like this person is BI. I really do. Because there's no way you're going to sit here and talk about a woman that you talked to way back in 2022 and you're still talking. And I'm not going to lie, you know, we converse in between that time and all that stuff, but still, why are you still talking about someone that long? Okay, something is wrong with you if you're doing that. And so these are the things you have to look out for when you meet somebody online. If you meet a dude or a woman like this, you got to let that person go because something in that head ain't clicking. Because who does this? And then you're sitting up online, you talk about one topic, then all of a sudden, you see how I just did mine? I brought everything into this story. If you got a person who can't do that, and they're talking about selling out, they're talking about driving down the street, right? Then all of a sudden they start talking about a person they used to date or whatever the case is. That's weird to me. That shows that a person that does not have organized thinking. Okay, and it also shows that they can't let stuff go, that they have some type of disorder that prevents them from letting things go. Because why would you keep on holding on to stuff that doesn't even make any sense? Especially if you never physically met a person. It's weird to me. So if you meet people online like that, you don't need to meet them in person. You need to let them go. Let them go. Let me just run it down to you again. If you meet anybody online that's telling you that they make a whole bunch of money, they're rich, and they can do all these things for you, let them go. Okay? If you meet someone online who cannot seem to go to the dentist and get their teeth done, but they want to talk about everybody else's teeth and everybody else's looks and everything else, let them go. If you meet someone, they don't take care of their outer appearance, their skin, their lips, their nails, their feet, everything, let them go. If you meet someone online who is constantly bickering with everyone else online, making videos about them, they got a problem with everybody. They were first friends with these people, and then all of a sudden they're not friends with them, and then the people are saying that this person promised them this amount of money or promised them this job, and then come through. You need to let them go. If you meet someone online that constantly get caught up in lies, let them go. Like for example, they would say someone attended something and they know good and damn well that person wasn't there. And then when you call them out, they try to change the subject and, divert attention somewhere else because they know they're lying. Let that person go. Right? Maybe that flashlight did something to the person's brain when they got hit. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine if you get hit in the head with a flashlight, I'm pretty sure that some screws are loose there. Okay, for some people, not for all. I don't know what to say. Just like if you meet someone online and they are telling you that they have an honorable discharge from the military, but they cannot show you proof of it, you may want to let them go. For real, for real. Okay, so it's a lot of warning signs you need to look for. Let's see what else. Oh, like I said, I don't have anything against people being incarcerated, but it depends on what they've been incarcerated for. Okay, if they don't beat somebody's butt because somebody was messing with, somebody in their family or themselves, or they was defending someone, in certain crimes, you can kind of excuse them, but some you just can't. So you need to really evaluate that, and then you make your own determination if you still want to talk to that person. Okay, whether it's a female or a male. Okay, because I'm not going to discriminate with people being incarcerated, because people get incarcerated for all different type of reasons, and it's whatever floats your boat. But if somebody murders someone, okay, and it's not self-defense, let them go. If someone is using somebody else's social security numbers and birth certificates and IDs to get stuff, major stuff, let them go, because eventually they're going to get your social security number and they're going to do a scam on your ass. So let them go. Don't even be trying to meet them in person. If somebody's giving you real vibes and they want you to give them pictures and shit, and show you pictures of your private area and things of that nature, and they want to see you fall asleep in the bed and things like that. And what else? Let me think of something else weird. Or they give your personal pictures to a chick or a dude and pretend like that person went in their stuff, they got your picture. Let them go, okay? Don't talk to them. For heaven's sake, do not talk to that type of person, because I'm telling you what's going to happen, okay? Shoot, besides getting unalive, so much people can do, okay, when you meet weirdos or lie. They could be looking you up on the internet trying to figure out and still have your name wrong. You know what I'm saying? They can be trying to figure out where you live and still got your ID wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they can also pretend like they live certain places when in reality they don't. You know what I'm saying? Or you can meet someone online who claims you want their social security number when getting damn well their credit is jacked up. And why would you want their shit? You're not a thief like them. So, why would you want their social security number? So if you meet someone like that online that's lying like that, don't even waste your time. Just let them go, okay? Don't even waste your time with those type of people, okay? When you meet people online, you want to look for someone that's respectful. Okay. Dedicated, okay, to their job. They go to work every day. If they don't work, like if they're older or whatever, they don't work or whatever. If they're doing something with their life, they already accomplished things. You want to meet someone who's a law-abiding citizen, someone who knows what they want out of life, someone that's not controlling or jealous, someone that is honest. No one is 100% honest, but you don't want someone who lies about everything. Okay. You want someone who got their stuff together, because why would you want to be with a person who's struggling like what? So they can pull you down financially or lying about how much they make or how much they're worth. And you don't want someone who's paranoid either. That's always thinks someone is out to get them. You ask them questions, they don't want you to ask them certain questions. They don't want no direct questions or no questions like the police would ask. Like, damn, are you thinking that I'm interrogating you? You think I'm an undercover cop or something? So you don't want a person that's paranoid like that. Think someone is always after them and stuff. You don't want, like, if you're dating a dude online, you don't want a crybaby ass man. It's all right to be a little sensitive, but not overly sensitive. Okay, just cry about every damn thing. You said if you stole a house, it's still. That's another thing. You do not want a person that you meet online that lies about their residence or lies about having one. If they listen, if you meet a person, you've been talking to them for a minute, right? And they were once in a house, then all of a sudden they lost the house and they come telling you these ridiculous lies while they are staying in a hotel, while they climb through their window and all this other stuff to get into the house because they know that they climbed through the window because the police locked them out. I'm trying to be serious. This is why the acting thing didn't work out for me. Because my ass is always laughing. Okay. If So if they lie to you and tell you that they are staying at a hotel because they are running because somebody is chasing them, but in reality, they stand at the hotel because they got foreclosed on, and then they tell you that they went to their house and they really went out of town. See all these lies? And they lost their key, so they climbed through the window, and then the neighbors called the police. And then they left. Don't believe that. It's a lie. It's a lie. If they cannot tell you the truth, or better yet, they don't need to tell you anything because it's not none of your business. They shouldn't tell you anything. Just don't worry about it. But if they come up with these ridiculous lies and you know they're lying, let them go. Okay? Because who on earth is taking their time to lie to someone online that they never met and they just been talking to on the phone, and that person would not know a damn thing about you if you don't tell them anything. They wouldn't know nothing about your house or anything else if you didn't mention it. Okay, or why they are in a hotel if you didn't mention it. See, some people that you meet online are so damn slow that if I was getting my house, I was getting foreclosed on, I didn't want the person to know about it. All I would say is that I'm out of town. I'm on a business trip. Okay, I won't be back until 2 or 3 weeks from now. Period. I don't need to tell you that I went by my house, I climbed through the window and all this other foolishness. And then you know what I would tell you in 3 to 4 weeks? I'm thinking about selling my house. Yeah, I'm thinking about selling my house because I want to downgrade, or upgrade or whatever. I'll just make it something like that. See, when you're a liar, you need to get your story straight. Okay, you need to get your story straight, stay consistent, and make sure you got everything in order, especially if you're trying to trick Shades Tube. Because Shades Tube, just like a lot of other people, check out everything. That's why you don't give people certain information. If you know you're a scammer and a manipulator and a liar, you don't tell people where you live at, especially if you know you're not paying your mortgage and you stole your house, okay? And then it got foreclosed. You don't say shit. You don't say anything. Okay. It was like a damn movie, really. Right, and then blame people of still. That's another thing too. If you meet somebody on social media and they say that you stole their house or you are in cahoots with someone else that participated in stealing your house, and you know you don't have a damn thing to do with that or anything, let those people go because that's a whole straight up weirdo. Okay. So let me tell you something. We got some. Let me take this girl off this thing. Again, my condolences are expressed out to her parents, her family members, and everything. And on a serious note, again, you have to be very careful out there. Okay, when you meet people online. And I don't know why this psycho dude did this to this young lady. I just don't know why and what the hell is wrong with that dude. You know, but I hope justice is served on him 100%. I actually hope that he gets the DP. That's what he deserves. But then again, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he needs to spend a life in the prison. And hopefully one of those prisoners will get a hold to him and do him the same way that he did this girl. Okay, point blank. He don't need a DP. That's what he needs. Just like somebody else I know. Okay? Because when you sit around here and you harass people 24/7, you know, different people, and you mess with Shades Tube. And Shades Tube don't mess with anyone. Okay, I've been on YouTube since 2015, and I don't mess with anyone. I only mess with a person if they mess with me. Okay, so if you sit up here and you do stuff and you put my phone number up on YouTube, you constantly, you're going through these episodes where you feel like you need to say stuff about me and stuff. I start feeling sorry for people like this. I really do, because I'm thinking something is wrong with you. You know, because listen guys, how can you sit up here and be saying all this stuff, but secretly calling or watching my videos or recording my videos or posing as other people and think that Shades Tube don't know, or talking about business where you don't know what you're talking about. Like, for example, saying that my son is a dirty cop when you don't even know my son. My son would beat the living hell out of you. Okay, point blank. You would definitely be grabbing that machete, but you're gonna be popping those bees while you grabbing the machete. Okay, or saying wanted me to tell you information about my oldest daughter or anything else when I'm not going to do that, or saying other felonious things. So if you got a person like that, I promise you something is wrong with that type of person, because normal people are not up online talking about a person that's not messing with them. And see, the thing about me, I know it's normal for when you talk to someone, right? It's normal for you to sometimes talk about the person and maybe say little things, but you don't get online and start flashing people numbers, talking about stuff, making up lies, talking about feet and shit when you don't know what the hell you're talking about, when you never really seen a person's feet, calling somebody big feet when they wear a size 6.5 and they shoot. That's stupid. Who does this? And then you say, well, he does this to get your attention. It's not going to be good attention you get from me. So why would you do this stupid stuff? It just shows me that the person is slow. You know, borderline, something else going on up in that brain, if you catch my drift. Because why would you be wasting your time trying to get my attention like this? And then another thing, why are you online saying these things to people? Like, what in the heck are they going to do about it? You're playing audios and stuff of me singing, fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy, fuck boy. You're nothing but a nasty fuck boy. That is so stupid. That was like, you know, way back in October 2022, 2023 stuff. And the thing about it, when I did that, I was acting silly, just messing with the dude, trying to make him mad. And like you just said right here, Tony, very immature. We both was acting immature back then. But to bring that stuff up now, many years later, is really immature. Who cares that I made songs saying that? Nobody cares. Okay, or any other songs. When I say you a stupid little bitch, so what? This dude sits up on his channel all day calling women bitchs. Okay, so if you call me a bitch, I'm gonna call you one back. And then you say my mouth is nasty, or you is nasty. For all the other dudes that try to talk to me, baby, it's not nasty to them. All right, and that's on everything. That fine ass dude that I was talking to yesterday, he didn't think it was nasty with his fine ass. He was fine as ever, too. Okay? Fine. He didn't think that my mouth is nasty at all. All right? So the thing is, if you know how to treat a woman, okay, you would get that type of woman. But if you don't know how to treat a woman, you're going to get exactly what you put out when you're dealing with shades too, on everything. And that's nothing too. You say on your channel that leave you alone. I'm not messing with you. Let's keep it real. Do y'all see me over here messing with that clown? I don't put none of that material up on my channel. Nothing. But he messes with me. And he calls for me to answer him. He calls for me to answer him. And no matter how much I try to ignore him, he calls. Okay? And I don't watch that channel over there, but other people will call me up and let me know. And that's just on everything. You know? And this is plainly ridiculous. You know, to be sitting there constantly, shades to. Sharon Brown, that's stupid. And then say your name, but then if you say his name, you start whining about people disclosing his information. The thing is, if you don't want your information disclosed, you don't disclose other people's information. If you don't want your number plastered up online, well, I'm not going to plaster it online. I do other things. Okay? Don't plaster mine online. If you don't want me talking about your children, your grown ass girls, but then don't talk about mine. And let me just tell you something right there in the kids section. Okay? My kids are grown, except my son. I don't tell them what to do anymore. I'm not you. Okay? I was in my kids' life. I don't have to try to make up for the time that I missed while being, incarcerated. I've been in my kids' life, so I don't have to make up for it. So with that being said, I don't run them. Okay? They run themselves. My oldest daughter, who has a PhD, I'm not you. I don't have to lie about anything. But the thing is, I'm not going to tell you her name because you're a stalker. All right? Just know this. She's doing very good in life. Okay? Just like my son. And if you ever go to Georgia, you better make sure you're sober if you're in his jurisdiction, because I'm definitely going to tell him about you. So him and the boys will catch your ass and arrest you. Okay? And that's on everything. Stay out of Georgia. Okay? If you go there, just don't be intoxicated. You better not be in his area, because I'm definitely going to let him know. Okay? So the thing, like I just said, it's amazing. It's amazing about some of these people you can meet online. Okay? And it's when you meet these people, when you meet people online, for real, you need to check them out. And you need to really watch them, and everything they tell you, just take it with a grain of salt. Because, damn. Take it from me. I'm telling you straight up. Check them out. And just watch them and really get to know them. And if you see any red flags, just terminate that, that talking with them. Because 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to regret talking to them if you keep it going. And that's whether you are a man or a lady. It doesn't even make any difference. Period. Did I miss anything, Jermaine and Tony Vance? I do want to play this little video insert because somebody said today that I better have my video in members only. Let me state this. My video was in members only because I wanted to put it there. Okay? Because members only is paid, dummy. All right? Shh. It's not because I'm scared of you, because I'm not scared of you and nobody else online or offline. I challenge, you know what? I invite you to come out here to Southern California. I say it all the time. Okay? I guarantee you're not going to go back the same way you came. Okay? If you come out here messing with Shades too. You better tell them, Jermaine. This the woman who walked out the store when the store was getting robbed. Okay? The lady had her little, you know what, out. Talking about open up your cash register. Open up the cash register. And shit, when she did that, man, I'm never gonna forget this. She had the GUN pointed out, and she told them to open up the cash register. Shades tube on the phone. I was still on the phone. I was like, I'm out. I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm out. Now, I didn't turn around. I backed up and backed up out of the door. So, baby, let me tell you something. If it was you, you would have froze solid. Okay? Because your machete and all that mouth you got wouldn't have helped you. Okay? You would have froze solid. Your girl right here, though, didn't. Because I'm not about to let somebody put no bees up in me. I walked up out of that store backwards. All right? Didn't I, Jermaine? And he was on the phone the whole time, like, whoa. And then I went outside and cussed the security guard out. Oh my God, that was, you know what? It's funny right now. I wish I could have recorded it. They do have it on camera, but I couldn't see the footage or anything, you know, but I wish I could have so I could laugh. It wasn't funny that day, but I guarantee you, if you were in that same position, you would have froze, because you are the same person who did what they did on that phone today when you thought somebody was chasing you. Okay? So I know, with all that mouth you got, all the threats you do, your ass would have froze when you saw that, you know what, being pointed. I know you would. Most people would have. But your girl Shades too didn't. Okay? So just, you know, just be cool. Just be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Because the ones you think won't do anything, those are the ones you better be looking out for on everything, you know. And just because you play like you crazy as hell, I don't think you really met a crazy person. For real, for real. And I'm gonna let you fill in them gaps right there. Okay, I don't think you really know crazy. All right. See, crazy comes in all different types of ways. Okay, you got those really crazy people that don't know what the hell they be doing. Then you got those slick, smooth type crazy people that are very, very, very knowledgeable, and they know what they're doing. Okay, I don't know which one you claim to be, but I know one thing: you're not that smart, and that's on everything. You're not clever. You're not wise. You love to use that. You're none of those things. You're immature. You're too old to be doing all this foolishness on social media. You're a stalker. You harass me all day on day, and you are a liar. And I don't give a damn about no receipts, because receipts can be changed. Receipts can be manipulated. Okay? The only time they use receipts in the court of law is when they make sure that they're actually legit. They look at those receipts and make sure they are legit, because they know people can change stuff. They can only show you what they want you to see and things of that nature. See, one thing about this is that when you're online and you're talking to people, you can basically trick people with stuff and have them thinking one way, and in reality it's not that way. Just like when he put his house up online and try to act like people broke into that house and stole the stuff, but yet they use a key to go inside, and yet they look like they're probably relatives and shit or something like that, or just people who bought the house. You can make people think whatever you want to. Okay, you can play the victim. You can act like everybody is messing with you, but when you got 50,000 people saying the same thing, there's some truth there. There's some truth there. There is some truth there. Nobody in the world is getting picked on by 10 and 20 grown ass people on social media. And Everybody on social media is not trying to steal money from this one particular person. And the thing that really gets me is that I never did ask for anything really until he told me to ask him. Okay? So that's what really gets me. You know what I'm saying? Until he told me to ask for money. And you know what, y'all? I say the same thing every time. Now, some things I get misconstrued because it's been so long ago. That's why I don't like talking about it. Because it's been so long ago, I usually go back and look at text messages and get the stuff straight. You know, but for the most part, I can tell you this dude is a liar. Okay, I don't give a damn what receipts he show y'all, what audio he played of Shades to. When you hear an audio of me, it's me cussing him out because he did something, or me telling him off, or me replying to whatever he said to me on his channel. Oh, let's do this. Go, Shawty. It's your birthday all month. It's your birthday. Shawty, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Hey. Oh, we are so silly over here. And then another thing too, I don't have Roblox over here. As you see, people talk to me in my chat. They're not over here doing the most. We're not talking about the same topic over and over and over and over again, acting like I'm a real fan, when in reality, you just became a fan and you're obsessed any damn way like a whole straight up weirdo. Okay? So we don't do that over here. Okay? We talk about real topics over here. Okay? Put aside the country Wayne, that's for fun. But we talk about real topics like the one I just covered tonight. All right? And other things that I copy. Nothing over here is inspired. Nothing over here comes from you. Okay, you didn't make my channel. You didn't do a damn thing. Okay, anytime I do a video about this weirdo, the views were not all that. Okay, so I don't know how he can even say out of his mouth that he made my channel. The only thing you made is a mistake in even talking to me and telling me that foolishness you told me. That's what you did. You made a mistake with that, lying to me, because you know the Shayster is going to find out. And I did. And I know you're nothing but a clown, a lying clown, a piece of crap. See, Jermaine, he thought I had to get up here on this live and just cuss him out. That's what he thought. He thought I was going to get up here and scream to the top of my lungs like I have done in the past and cuss him out and do the most and show messages and all of that like he does. But I don't have to do that because you are a clown. And everybody in that sector knows you're a clown. You're not going to do anything but sit up there and hide out, thinking nobody don't know where you live at. You're going to hide out because you're a punk. Okay? Let's keep it real. You're nothing. You're a girly girl. That's what you are. You make all these threats, but you won't tell people where you live at. See, let me tell you something. Somebody that's really about their life, they will tell you where they live. They're not going to hide behind what's the name? They're going to show themselves too. And they're going to tell you where you can find them at. And they don't need their cousin, nephew, or nobody to be with them because they're about that life. See, that day when I was in that gas station, no one was with me. I was by myself. Okay? I was by myself. The time when that dude was messing with me, I was by myself and I had to F him up. Nobody helped me. The time when somebody broke in my apartment in ATL, I was by myself. No one helped me. Okay? So if you're about that life, dude, you would be brave. Instead of hiding behind your little computer screen, tell people where you live at. Since you want to invite people out to fight and do everything else, tell them where you live at and meet them. Mr. Brave Man, do that. And since you want to brag about your money, how about you show us your business? I say this every time. How about you show us all your business and all this other stuff you said you got? You said you still got your house. Go to your house and do a tour. That's it. And if you do all that, then I'll say, oh, so I was wrong about this dude. He does have his house. That's what I will say. He does have this. He does have that. But I already know you're not going to do any of this because you're a liar. You're a manipulator. You're a liar. You're a weird little man. A little man. You're 6 feet, but you're still a little man. Okay? And you think it hurts me because you say we don't really know each other? So we don't. And that makes you even more stupider. Because why would you tell a woman that you never met, that you don't know all this stuff about you? Then you brought up my soon-to-be ex, and he was talking about stuff that you don't know what you're talking about then. Talking about he stays on the road. Like I said before, he stays on the road and do something that you never done. Work for real and take care of his family. Okay? That's what he does. What did you do? When you was gone for 7 years, what did you do for your wife? That's why y'all got evicted? That's what you did? Okay? You know, shit, you don't do anything. Okay? And you still don't do anything. The only thing you have to do is leave on your mic and grunt in the background and defecate in the toilet and urinate in the toilet and belch and do all that type of stuff and have XCX on video where we can hear you in there with your wife. She's just laying still and you're having, you know what, making all them nasty old man sounds. You sound horrible. And I'm the one who let you know that you had your mic on. Weirdo. That's what you do. You clown. You are slow. You can't hang with the shaster. I don't care what you say, boy. Okay? That's why anytime I come over on that channel, you can't talk like a grown-up. You put me behind stage. As soon as I start about to tell people stuff about you, you put me behind stage. But I bet you if you came over here, I'm going to let you say whatever you want to. Okay? You ain't shit, dude. You're nothing. In Shay's Tube, Sharon Brown don't want you. I never did. Okay? You offered me stuff, and there you go. Okay? You talk about a 304. The only 304 is your dumb ass because you talked to a woman who was separated. Okay? Separated. You knew that I was separated because I told you that the first day we met each other. Okay? I told you I was separated. And you got mad because I did not get that divorce. And I don't care what you tell those little 5 people over there in your chat, okay, who you manipulate, who believes anything that your weird ass say, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. You can say whatever you want to say. I know the real you, and I know you are a liar and a loser. And that's what you are. And to top it off, I got something for you. Because you said that I was scared. I better put that other video in members only. Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Because I got to get off this computer. It's 1:44. Hold on. Unlike you, I can't stay online all night. I don't stay up all night. Let's see. Hold on. I forgot what I did with the dead going thing. Here it is right here. Oh, please don't go off this page. I think I hate when YouTube does that. You save a page and it goes right off. But I got it. This dude on his live, but he didn't put it out for you guys here. And I talk like the same dude. And then he got off his live quickly and hit me up asking me if me or my husband got something to say, they can hit him up. And I called him and told him, well, you don't know my voice? It's me. I was trying to get T to stop calling me. That's what I said. So okay, so that was that video. He said that I better keep in members only. When he thought, I don't know what he thought I was talking about. I was actually answering him and that stupid ass girl in this video right here. Okay. And I put it in members only because at that time I had a bunch of members, not a bunch, but I had like 10 members. And I wanted them to go over there and, you know, watch it there. And then if anybody else wanted to see this, because it's paid, you have to pay for the membership. There you go. Okay. You see, nobody was interested because you ain't shit. Okay. Because, you know, I forgot how many views I got on, but it wasn't that much. Okay. So I don't know why you would think that I can build anything off of your name. Your name is shit in YouTube land. Everybody know you psycho. So why would you even think my channel is built off of your nasty ass? Huh? So that was just a straight up lie you said right there, honey. And as far as the song, I wish I had it on here because I don't. But I do have another song for you, baby. Let me just play it for you real quick, okay? Let me just play it for you. This is for you. All right, hold on. I don't know who you think you be messing with. And Jermaine, I'm doing good tonight because you know normally I'd be like hardcore. I think this is it. Oh, I got it on mute. Okay, here we go.
It's real clear now. Yeah, Micah say I'm the dog, but you bark for clout. Tail wagging on live, just running your mouth. I don't know nothing, yeah, that much true. Brain offline every time you hit new. Trying to act slick, but you goofy as hell. Got slogans on loop like a broken spell. Repetitive content, you say it with pride. But bro, no bark, no bite, just hide. You the dog, more like a flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bruh, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Micah in the vids like, look at me cook. But it's burnt ass takes and recycled hooks. Trying to be funny, but it's awkward and dry. That dog act tired, go lay down and cry. You make 10 vids off one small clip, stretch nothing for minutes, man, that ain't it. You say I'm the dog, yeah, mud on a leash. Pacing in circles, praying for peace. I don't know nothing, facts that's deep. Every upload feels like a low effort leap. Clickbait king with no real throne. Live stream talk, but dead when alone. Merch weak, bars weaker. Talk like a beast, but your ego cheaper. Say less, post less, do more, doubt it. Micah, we laugh, now we clowning around it. So keep barking, dog, but this ain't your yard. You bit off more than your weak rep can guard. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing, yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah, we guessed. Yeah. Micah in the vids. Hey. New bird, little bird, then you're weaker. You next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah. You the dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bro, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick. Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Mike got in the live. Look, grind your grind and your weak rap. Yeah. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed.
So, you know, with that being said, you guys, that's it for the show tonight. Like I tell you all the time, dude, stop coming for Shay's Tube. I was nice tonight, okay? Because Jermaine told me to. All right? But, dude, don't make me really tell y'all. It won't be on this video though. Okay? Don't make me really make you say I got a nasty mouth. And I be saying some tripped out stuff. I'm going to really hurt your feelings. And I mean that on everything. Leave me alone. For real. Because, boy, I don't want you. You are beneath me. All right? For real. And I hate to say that, but you really are. You're nothing to me. Nothing. I mean, nothing. You're a piece of crap. The type of crap not even dogs do out. You know, not even dogs do. Okay? You beneath. You're worse than dogs. Okay. You're the type of, I don't know. You're just a piece of shit, dude. Honestly, just leave me alone. For real. For real. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me check this out real quick.
Turn the lights down low and the drama up.
That's my little theme. I wanted to see what that was right there. I didn't know I had my song done on this thing right here too. So you could actually do this in the background like this. Well, hold on.
She's late. She's loud.
Can y'all hear me talking over this song like that? I don't know for sure if you can. Okay.
She back again.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know I had that saved on there like that. That's nice. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know I had that saved on there like that. Let me rewind that a little bit to see something. Let's see something real quick. So, you know, make you stay. Let's see something real quick. Oh yeah, you can't do it like that because it breaks up or something. So when I do the background music, I have to do it a different way because you have to be able to do it like when I put this other background music on, I can actually talk and you can still hear me talking with the music playing in the background. So I want to do it a different way. Okay, I just wanted to know that. Sometimes I do stuff while I'm on lives. But yeah, I think I covered everything. I'm about to get my ass off this computer because it's late. I've been on here for an hour and 36 minutes. I have fun. Oh, y'all heard it? Okay, cool. Did I cover everything, Jermaine? Everything I needed to cover? Man, he say so much. He didn't say too much, but he said enough. You know what I'm saying? He said enough about the Shea Stir. He said enough. So tomorrow, I want to cover some more of Jeffrey Epstein, but I know what's going to happen if I do. If I do cover that story, I may have to talk in code because YouTube suppresses certain things they don't want you talking about. But I got so many stories, so I don't know which one I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I will be back tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks to Jermaine, Tony Bands, everybody in the bushes, everyone that watches this in the replay. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content, especially the first part where I was talking about that girl who, met that weird ass dude online. And he ended up unaliving her and stuff. Hold on, let me turn this down. Yeah. Well, he ended up unaliving her, stabbing her 27 times and carving her face off or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's a serious situation. So again, just be cautious when you meet people, online, for real. And listen to I hope you listen to all that stuff I told you, the warning signs that you need to look out for. Because that is, that's awful what he did. And I hope he pays for what he did to her. For real. And my condolences are expressed out to her parents and her family members and friends again. And my prayers, and make she rest in peace. All right. Again, thanks to everybody for being here. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications, share and leave a comment, and hype this video up and share it as well, like I just said. And if you want to show additional support, you can do a super sticker, super chat, Cash App donation, $, Shades too, but you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thanks to all who have donated and bought memberships and just basically watching everything. I definitely appreciate you guys. All right, make sure y'all check out my latest YouTube short and my latest news reaction that I did earlier. And on that one, I talked about Jeffrey Epstein, because they said that he was that his unalive announcement was made a day before he was actually found unalive. So I talked about that briefly in a very short news reaction. So check that out. All right. Other than that, y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Let me go ahead and change everything. Thank you, Jermaine. We laughed tonight. My ass is so silly. Yeah, but I was a G when I walked out that store. I'm never going to forget that. It's a G. And I'll do it a damn again, y'all, because I'm not getting unalive by these people be doing stupid shit. I was like, I'm out. I am out of here. I am out of here, man. Anyway, y'all. Peace out. Let me take this stuff down real quick and put the other thing up. And then we are out of here. Let's see. Yeah, my ass bagged up out that place like it was like what? Okay, I was about to say like it was nothing. It was something. So that's why I didn't say it. But I left out of there. I'm never gonna forget that. When I get 80 years old, I'll be telling that story because that was a hot ass mess. All right. Good night, y'all. Let me put this up first. And sweet dreams. Y'all take care now, okay? I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shay's too, baby. She back again. Mike hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, and back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
All right, you guys. Y'all, sweet dreams. And thank you again for checking me out. And I will see y'all tomorrow or later on today. All right. Happy and blessed Tuesday, you guys. Thank you. Peace out.